Hi and welcome back. As you know, I've been painting up some models for some bigger war games. Currently I'm just doing a homebrew scenario called Lanzarath Ridge. It's mid-1944. Well, actually it's near the end of the year and it's snow on the ground, cold. The Americans, the 394th Recon and Intelligence Division, are in the hills of Lanzarath. Which is this area here. We just get the camera. Try and turn off that focus, autofocus. So the Americans are holed up here. This wall, just in case anybody hasn't watched the older videos, is barbed wire, and behind that barbed wire is dugout. So all the guys are in dugouts. Also, this hill slopes upwards, and it's surrounded by woods. I believe there's about 20 plus Americans in this intel reconnaissance unit, and they've just engaged the Germans. 1st Panzer Division. That's part of their recon unit there, and the 5th and 6th are in reserve. They're basically, from what I can tell, cannon fodder to weed out any troops on the roads. They've lost a command car, half-track, Cooper wagon. Um, 10 men. I think there was 6 from there, 2 from there and another 2 somewhere else. The rest of the guys have bailed out, taken up cover, and the Panzer II and the STK 222 are both turned to engage. They've been hit by heavy machine gun, 50 cals, 30 cals, light machine guns, mortars, bazooka, and also artillery. Now these artillery are off map, but I put them on because I keep forgetting about the artillery during fire phase, so I like to keep them on. It's currently the American turn. Should have reviewed my videos because I haven't played in a couple of weeks, but I think it's turn 7. I'll have to double check that, but it's the Americans go anyway. The Germans are bringing on some reinforcements. That's a couple of trucks, another Panzer II, or is it a 3? Let me just check. What's a 4? 75mm, and they're going to bring in troops up the table. It's basically all these guys here that I have sitting here. They're going to bail out of the trucks and try and storm Lanzarath Ridge. This actually happened in the real battle. So the Americans. We have all necessary morale tests are taken. The Americans are not taking morale tests. In this homebrew, they were told not to retreat, not to surrender, to hold at all costs. Chance of observations. They've seen the enemy, fired at the enemy, so they know where they are. Smoke shells. that would just be an advantage to the enemy. So I'm not going to bother. Figures of vehicles are moved. No movement. No point. I was thinking of moving them ones up the top, but no, I'm going to keep them in the hard. They're in dugouts and trenches, so hard cover. We'll keep advantage at it. So, close assaults. No. Firing is declared and carried out. Okay, so which is these guys. Then the mortars, the bazookas, and down to the local artillery. Right, so the artillery here is going to call in, well, these guys are going to call in to these guys to put some fire down in that tank, Panzer II. Then we'll have this artillery piece on the Panzer II. That artillery piece, they're 57mm on the STK. Then the mortars, which is 1, 2, I think there was 3. Maybe I was wrong, hang on. It's a radio guy, Ford Observer. There's only 2 mortars. Okay. They're going to lay fire down on the SDK. I'm going to leave the infantry for the infantry. So, where are you? This mortar on the Panzer II, and this mortar on the SDK. Okay. Then we have bazooka. He's too far away. If he was any closer, he would have went. Any other bazookas? Nope. Okay, so 50 cal on the bazooka, or Panzerfaust. And then all the 30 cals. 1, 2 on Panzer II, 1, 2 on the SDK, 1 on these guys, then the light machine guns, which is 2, 4 on the Panzerfaust, 6, 7, actually, or 7 of them. These 3 guys on the Panzerfaust, and Vickers, well, it's not Vickers if it's American. I need to look up what the Americans are using. 30 cal. And these 3 light machine guns. So these 3 on these guys, on the heavy machine gun. These 3 on these guys. This on these guys. And that's it for the Americans. So the way you sort of play rapid fire is you declare your fire on a target. And even if that target's destroyed, your shot's just void. Because obviously you've opened up at the target at the same time. That's what the rules are trying to portray. Okay, so we have chance observations, you don't need any. Smoke shells, no. Fires vehicles, close cells. So firing is declared and carried out. Okay, so now we're going to basically do what we just said, fire at the enemy. Now you can get the stats for the game for a lot of the units off the website, the rapid fire website. There's a couple of pages of American, German, Italian, British, Canadian and so on. It's handy if you print them out, staple them together. You have something to look up whenever you're trying to find out the details of the units, their strengths and weaknesses, gun class, target class, etc. Right, so we're going with artillery. I believe there's a radio check needed. Firing HE indirect. An OP for guns firing indirect or an independent motor or multiple rocket launcher unit must throw a D6 each time they wish to call in a fire on a target. If they throw a 1, the message does not get through and those weapons cannot fire that turn. The OPs cannot move in the turn if they attempt to call in fire. That's fine, nobody's moved. So there's the OP there, the radio guy, calling in for the attack on the Panzer II for the artillery. Don't forget now they're off board. Okay, so let's see if it goes through. We need a 1 for it not to go through. So the message gets through, successful. Okay, what happens next? Artillery batteries firing indirect have no maximum range. Guns and mortars firing indirect require D6 of 5 or 6. For the first round to hit a stationary target, D6 though of 6 is required to hit a target that moved in its last turn. Well, the Panzer II didn't move, turned towards the enemy as such, still in the same position. So it's a 5 or 6 to hit, 2 guns in the battery. So 2 dice. So 5, 6 is needed. The first round hits, the second gun in the battery or second mortar round hits automatically. So I'll just do 1 dice. I think previously I was doing 2. Okay. So here we go. Artillery on the Panzer II. 5, 6. 1. Right, so what happens? If the first round hits, the second gun in the battery hits automatically. If the first round misses, a round from a second gun in the battery or the second round from a mortar requires a 4, 5, 6 to hit a stationary target. Here we go. So second round, 5. What's for the second round? Okay, so what happens when we hit? For each hit, throw the following number of d6 depending on the size of the weapon. If the target is an armoured vehicle, only throw 1d6 for each hit. So it is an armoured vehicle, it's a tank. And I can only throw 1d6. So here we go. Casualties and damage caused. These are the scores needed to cause a single figure casualty or destroy an armoured vehicle. Guns and mortars, 5 and 6. Guns over 111. They are 105s. I believe the artillery, howitzers. So to destroy a soft gun vehicle, 2 casualties must be achieved from the d6 throw. Only a gun with a caliber vehicle no larger can destroy a fully enclosed armoured fighting vehicle. Well, the artillery's 105s. This is a bit that always confused me. Because to damage a vehicle, chart is on the other side. Tanks and anti-tank, etc. But this one, casualties and damage caused, is on a different page. These are the scores needed to cause a single vehicle casualty or destroy an armoured vehicle. Guns and mortars 5-6, so I need a 5-6 to destroy the tank. To destroy a soft skin vehicle, 2 casualties must be achieved from a d6 throw. If the armoured vehicle is destroyed, a further d6 throw determines the number of casualties amongst any internal. Okay, right, I'm sort of maybe getting this. So I need 5-6 to cause damage. So let's roll that. Got a 3. So, ping, bounces off. I'm sure these rules are going to sink in sooner or later. If I keep playing it for the next 10 years. Right, so, artillery. That's the it's done. No damage. Next ones were the 57 mils. That's this on the Panzer II and this on the SDK. So that's direct fire. They're anti-tank. This covers weapons that are capable of firing anti-tank projectiles. Each weapon has a gun class from 1 to 6. With 1 being the best, and each vehicle has a target class 1 to 6, with 1 being the best armour. Okay, so ranges for anti-tank firing are short range, 0 to 12. So we better measure these up. $17, $14. So it's not short range. Medium range is it? So, oh no, normal range. So short range not to 12. Normal range 12 to 30. So it's normal range. Testing for it. To test for an effect from anti-tank fire, a player must first throw a d6 to see if the shot hits a target and is capable of causing damage. Add or subtract the difference between the gun class and the target class and any modifiers. If the result is 4 or more, you may test for damage. 3 or less and the shot has missed the target. Throw of 1 is always a miss. Okay, so 57mm. just reading the example here. German Firefly has a gun class 1, fires at a Panzer 4, target class 3. That moved at its turn at the range of 24 inches. Modifiers are +2 gun class versus target class. Okay, so it gets a +3 then. That's ridiculous. It's too easy. So +3 on. That's right. So 57mm anti-tank has an attack class of 3. No, I was thinking it had attack class of 2 there. So it has a +2. On fire. Right, so 4 or more you test for damage, D or less, the shot has missed the target, but it gets advantages, gets modifiers. Three. So do a 3. Didn't throw a 1, which is an automatic miss, so a 3. So I get +2 because it's target class. So its gun class is a 2. And the Panzer 2 autocannon is soft skin, so it's a 5, so it gets +2, so it's 5. Right, so it's definitely a hit, and then if the gun class number is less than the target class number, add the difference to the D6 throw. We've done that. If the gun class number is more than the target class number, deduct blah blah blah. Add other modifiers, add and subtract from your D6 throw. +1 if the target is at short range, no, normal range. +1 if it's firing from behind it, a line drawn across the front of the target vehicle. Nope. -1 if the target moved in their last turn. Nope. -1 if more than 50% of the vehicle is concealed behind cover. It is. It's, I don't know if the hedgehog would be called soft cover, but I'm going to take it that it is. So it gets a -1, so it's down to 4. Don't forget it's 4 to 6 to hit. -1 if the target's long range, right? So we've got a hit. Testing for damage. Having achieved a hit with your score of 4 or more, throw another D6 to see if the vehicle is damaged or destroyed. Okay, here we go. So target class 1 to 5, 1 to 2 no damage, 3 to 4 damaged, 5 to 6 destroyed. So we've destroyed that Panzer 2. That's actually good. I was trying my best to take that out because it's deadly to the troops. So 6 destroyed. A damage result means the armoured fighting vehicle must take a morale test. Now, if the vehicle is destroyed, the crew are lost. If a vehicle carrying passengers is destroyed, a further D6 result. Okay, so that's a definite kill. Okay, that was a good result. Right. So, oh yes, with the other 57 mil. Right, so we've got this on the SDK. It's 14 inches. if I remember correctly, and it's short range. Same gun, it's in soft cover. So let's roll for the hit first. One. So it's a miss. Damn. Something to do as much damage before reinforcements come. Okay, we've got the others. We've got the mortars. So with this mortar, and we're firing it on the SDK, or the Panzer II, it's destroyed, so their shot becomes null and void. The other mortar on the SDK, let's see the distance. 13 inches. 9 mortars. So here we go. Then that mortar that is firing is a 2-man crew, yep. So it's a 50. I'm just checking to make sure I'm not getting mixed up with the German one, and I am. It's a 60mm. Right, so 60mm mortar, 2 high explosives, 2 D6, maximum range 18, so it's in range. So to fire mortars, no dice door is required for message to get through, so we don't need to rely on the radio man if they're part of a company, which they are. Mortars up to 60mm caliber have a maximum range of 18 inches, that's fine, they're within range. Guns and mortars firing indirect require D6 to a 5 or 6 for the first round. To hit a stationary target, a D6 to a 6 required if moving, right? So 5, 6 to hit for the first round. Three, it's a miss. Second round, 4, 5, 6. 5. Okay, so now we'll do the modifiers. So to destroy an armoured vehicle, I need a 5. Even though it hit it, but 5 or 6 for the kill. Okay, so for the hit, and this is for damage. So I need a 5 or 6. I got a 5 too outside of the tray. Has to be in the tray. 3. No damage. Okay. So we've got no damage. So is that the mortars? It's all the heavy stuff. Let me make sure. Yep, so we're down to the 50 cal, which was on, if I built, yeah, the Panzerfaust guy. Or was it the tank? Yeah, I saw them. They're getting reinforcements. That's 15 inches. Heavy machine gun, static. Select the target worker to number D6 to be thrown, so it's a heavy machine gun, static 5D6. Right. Measure the range, decide if the target is in the open and soft cover, he's in soft cover. Throw the dice to see if casualties have been caused. Okay, so short range, medium range, he's within medium range. Target in the open, no target in soft cover, 5 6s. And a 5D6. Here we go. 3 hits on a single target. And then three hits, and I need 4, 5, 6 to kill him. And I got 3 kills, so 2 4s and a 5. So he's toast. Okay, so down to the 5th 30 calls. So these 2 were on the SDK. So pointless, these were on the pounds of first. These guys were on the SDK 222. So with 3 30 cals, open it up. So they're static Vickers. Well, they're not Vickers, they're American. Hold on. They are equivalent to a static DMG. So 3d6, there's 3 of them. Select a target, work out the range. That's a pretty short range. Seven and a half inches, round up 8 inches. Right, so 8 inches is medium range. Target saw cover, so 5 6s. If it's static, so 3d6, so that's 9d6 because there's 3 of them. What hits for the first one? 1 hit for the second. That's terrible. 1, which is pointless because it's an armoured vehicle. I believe you need 2 hits or more to kill it. Let me just double check the rules. So we've got 1 hit. If firing infantry, weapons or machine guns at soft skin vehicle or open top armoured vehicle, the passenger's crew are treated as being in soft and hard cover respectively. The first 2 casualties on a soft skin vehicle will destroy the vehicle and the passengers must dismount. So there was only 1 casualty, needs 2. So the vehicle is just, yeah, nothing's happened to it. I was going to say pinned, but they don't pin in this game. Right, so what's left? 1, 2. We're on the Panzerschreck team. Same again, static. VMGs. That's 10 inches. Right, so that's 66. Good soft cover. 5 6 is dead. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 hits. Now for casualties. 2 5 6. What? 2 1s and a 3. They live to fight another day. Okay, and we're down to small arms, so that's 3. We're on these guys. And the rest can't do anything because there's no targets. So that's 3. This is my last American chance to get a casualty here. And it's normal light machine guns, Tommy guns. So infantry, 1d6 per 2 figures, and there's 3. There's actually 4. I'm going to bring in that other one that's in the other pit. So 4. So we're getting 2d6. Same range, I believe, 8 inches. Yep. And soft cover. So 5 6s. 1 hit. 4 5 6 to kill. And he gets a 1. Gets a save. So nope. The Americans. I was going to say they done all right, considering that they took out the Panzer II. The Panzer Faust. That Panzer strike's still deadly. You've got the squad there. The squad there. And that's got mortars, Panzer strike, and a MG 44. I was calling it MP 42 and MP 40P. It's an MG 44. When you get to my age, you forget a lot of things. That's my excuse. Okay, so I believe that's the American turnover. And I'll work out what turn it is when I watch the back videos. And I'll put it up at the end of the video. Or to start. Let me check to see if there's anything else I can do. So, firing at this declaring carrier, figures and vehicles that have not already moved may be moved. There is nobody in danger, but no, not going to move anywhere. We're going to leave them where they are. I'm going to wait for the reinforcements to come in before we make a decision. That'll do me for now. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Bye.